Hi, my name is Mr. Landry. I am the advanced biology teacher for next year, and I will be your teacher next year. This is an introductory video that just sort of goes over um, the course itself in place of Step Up Day. And because we've never done this before, I'm not exactly sure what to do or say here. So what I'm going to do is just kind of go over briefly what the course uh, covers and some of the underlying philosophies behind the course, because frankly I don't really know uh, what format we're going to be in next year or what level of interaction we're going to have. um, so the exact you know dates I think are out the window. The grading policies and all that, I don't know exactly how that's going to work. So I'm not going to cover that. And in the syllabus, when you look at it, just keep in mind that is definitely subject to change. Um, so what I did want to say is uh, basically what this course is and the philosophy behind it. Okay, so this is an advanced biology class. So the purpose of this class is to prepare you for AP biology your senior year, or if you're not, and take AP biology, which many people don't, be prepared to have the foundation, the fundamentals in life sciences, to be prepared for a college level biology class when you go to college. So this is designed for people who are going to be taking more science, more biology, either in high school or in college. So it is a challenging course. It sort of, you know, we cover the fundamentals of biology, the principles in biology, the foundations. Also, current issues right now. I mean, this COVID-19 pandemic is this is rooted in the middle of biology, from the epidemiology, to the response, to the science of the function of the virus, and then also the process of developing therapies for people who have COVID-19, and also for the people who are designing vaccines. All of that is squarely in the middle of this field. And so that brings us to the third part of the design of this course, is really to up your scientific literacy. There is a massive amount of misinformation going around, both in social media and sometimes in the news and sometimes from political figures. And one of the purposes of this course is going to be to develop your scientific literacy to the point where you can sift through that. And it does take work to do that. And it takes a both a body of knowledge, and this is where we get to the next part, the philosophy of the course. There's a body of knowledge, which is biology, right? This is what we know about the world, the way living things operate on the molecular scale, but then also on the macro scale in terms of environments and interactions between organisms within the environment. So we get this big scale and this body of knowledge, but we also have a kind of a way of thinking. So there's two things that are going to be in play in this course, is like what you know about, definitions, your vocabulary, things like that. But then also there's a sort of way of thinking, like how you solve problems through the scientific method. Like this is a systematic way of thinking to determine causation for phenomenon, what causes certain things to happen. And there's and that's kind of hard work, and it takes a degree of intellectual investment. And this course is really, this requires intellectual investment in order to do well. This is not a course that's designed to where you just fill in boxes and do a bunch of vocabulary sheets and answer a couple questions in the book and then have a multiple choice test. This course is designed with with the in mind that in order to do well, there is an intellectual investment, an investment that you need to make in terms of how you're thinking, the background knowledge, the reading of the textbook that is required to gain that body of knowledge. So you can use the body of knowledge of the things that we know, that we've learned over the past 2,000 years or longer, and apply them to new concepts, topics, and yeah, so keep that in mind. Like this is a class, this is a choice. You choose to take this class. You don't have to take this class. There's another biology class, which is a little less rigorous. And this is a course where, and also there's a part of this course that there are times, especially when you do your own experiments, where you don't know what the answer is. And I don't know what the answer is given the experiment that you design. And so you're going to need to fight through that to understand that there are times where you won't have a clear understanding of whether you're right or whether you're wrong. This is difficult for a lot of high achieving students because high achieving students often always know what's going on, and this course pushes that. So you have to be ready for that. So we'll cover the material that we'll cover is, let me just go to share my screen, go to the classroom, which you have the classroom codes. Here is the the syllabus. I would keep this, I've got the air quotations for the syllabus here because who knows what's going to happen with what we're doing next year. But topics and timeline, beginning of the year, and again, these are going to be, this is for last year and the years past. This timeline could be blown up and the order could be blown up, but we will cover these topics in general. So usually start the year, scientific method and skills of inquiry. Just a basic kind of review of material that you've done in the past. And then we get into biochemistry. So the building blocks of living organisms, we simplify it as much as we can, although it is a complicated process, into 4 major type of biomolecules that make up all living things. Then we get into cells, processes, and structures. And these are where we talk about and discuss cellular function on the organelle level. So the parts of the cell and how they operate to make the cell work. And then we get into some biochemistry, energy, enzymes, and cellular respiration. So this is energy production within organisms. And then we get into genetics, genes and mitosis. And one thing that's really cool here is we get into this DNA structure and protein synthesis and biotechnology. So we will do a genetics lab hopefully this year. In fact, the day that we were, the March 16th or whatever, the day that we left for the COVID-19 distance learning plan, I had our entire biolab was set up and ready to go for a genetics lab where I had kids spit in tubes and we got the DNA and we were going to isolate the DNA, amplify the DNA, and visualize it through gel electrophoresis and to see what genes particular kids had. Well, not particular kids, we scrub the personal information from it, but didn't do it. So hopefully this year we will. And then we get into ecology maybe late in the year. Evolution and then ecology, but this might switch this order around. I don't really know. So this is the basic topics that we cover. Check out get onto the classroom if you can. And so we'll be ready to go there. You can check out this syllabus, and it is subject to change because I don't really know what our format's going to be next year. This summer, go out, enjoy the outdoors, go to the beach, flip over rocks, look under rocks in ponds, look closely at, flip over logs in the backyard and look to see what you can find under things. And if you're not real into that, just try to be observant of the natural world, and try to develop some questions. And also any of this COVID-19 stuff, if you have any questions, reach out to me through the summer. I'll check my emails periodically. I can help in some ways. I don't know, obviously don't know everything, but I do spend quite a bit of time sifting through the material, any research that's coming out. So reach out if you'd like. Otherwise, have a great summer, and I will see you in September. Right.